There comes a time and point where you become sick and tired of being sick and tired. You understand what I'm trying to say? You get sick and tired of being sick and tired of something. It's like an extreme of just tiredness. And this is a tired ass story, all right? This is very, very tiring, all right? Just when you think that there's some type of resolution, some type of renaissance in this man's career, all right? Just when you think that this man has turned the corner and that he gets it and that he understands that the microscope for everything that he does is just, and I know my screen's falling asleep. Everything that the man does is just put under a microscope. You would think that this guy would get it. And he just doesn't get it, man. He just doesn't get it. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, Jon Jones, apparently, after UFC 114, not 114, 214, against Cormier, where he just kind of finished him and that was it, this guy tests positive for steroids. No wonder why he called out Brock Lesnar. Because we know this. We know that Brock Lesnar is a roid head, and they don't test part timers in the WWE. Newsflash for all you people out there. So next time you see Triple H, Paul Levesque, he's gonna look like he's built like a freaking house. They don't test these guys. You wanna know why? They don't test Bill Goldberg. You wanna know why? Because they're part timers. In the UFC, that doesn't exist. That's the reason why Brock doesn't want to come back to the UFC, because he loves them roids. He loves looking like he's jacked up, messed up. And apparently, Jon Jones used steroids to get ready for this Cormier fight. That's why he looked like he was in so much great shape after a couple years. Now, in baseball, steroids is something that you have to look at with a little bit of skepticism, because steroids does not help you necessarily. It doesn't help your eye and hand contact, and it doesn't help you necessarily with your swing. It helps you with your power a little bit. It increases your power by maybe 15 to 20%, but as far as like making the swing, it doesn't really do too much to improve that, contrary to popular belief. But in the UFC, steroids is basically, you're getting an unfair advantage. So I'm sitting over here like, I'm questioning. Because when everybody was sitting up there making fun of DC after, the 214 pay-per-view, they were making fun of him. They were saying, oh, he's crying. Maybe DC knew. I'm gonna tell you like this. I've got a conspiracy video out right now that's talking about Dana White, Conor McGregor, and the Mayweathers colluding for another fight. That fight's coming up this Saturday, if you didn't know. All right, I think that there's going to be another fight, no doubt. No doubt, no doubt in my mind. There's going to be a second fight there. I'm going to tell you like this. I won't put anything past Dana White at this point, or the people that run UFC. I'd be willing to bet that these bastards knew that Jon Jones was not clean. All right, I'd be willing to bet that DC knew that he was not clean. I'd be willing to bet that everybody knew that Jon Jones was not clean before UFC 114. Yes, I just said that. I'd be willing to bet that these bastards knew. So we're sitting up here. We're a few weeks removed from from UFC 114. All right. We have to question what the hell we saw in the ring. And I'm going to tell you like this, if you bought that pay-per-view, all right, and I'm passionate about this too, all right, because I know there's a couple people out there that, that watched this pay-per-view that thought that what they saw was real, okay? If you bought UFC 114, you should sue the absolute holy hell out of Dana White and the UFC. You should do it. And don't you know what? I'll join into that class action lawsuit because I was a part of the purchase too. You should sue them. Sue them for your money back. You questioning what you're seeing in the ring. You thinking that these guys are pure athletes, that they're doing the right thing. And then you got this guy, all right, who is a screw up. He screws up time and time and time again. And I don't care. I'm going to tell you like this. I don't care if YouTube demonetizes this video or not for saying that it's hate speech. I can't stand the fact that Jon Jones feels as though that he can do this. He can do this stuff and just get away with it time and time again. All right. Not only should they strip him of the title, which they will do in the next few days after you see this video, they will. All right. He should get at least a 2-year ban, 2-year, 3-year ban from the sport, for sure. And you'd be like, oh, that's harsh. That's harsh. This, and this, and that. It's just like, how many times, man? How many times you got to mess up? How many times you got to mess up before you get the message? How many chances is Jon Jones going to get to screw this up? One of the greatest athletes to step into the octagon. But his legacy is being tarnished by stupid things like this. This is stupid. He didn't need Royce to beat DC. He didn't need it. And now DC is going to come from out of nowhere and say that he wants his belt back. And don't you know what, folks? He deserves it. It's the WC. Drop a like, drop a comment. I'm so sick of this Jon Jones and DC shit, man. I'm so sick of it. All right? I'm sick of it. I thought that this was the end of it. And then you see this. This is not the end of it. As far as I'm concerned, if I'm DC, I want the loss taken off my record. I want my belt back. All right? If I'm DC right now, I'm tearing my house apart. Because I knew that bastard wasn't clean. And like I said, I'm sitting here and I'm questioning. All right? One more thing. I'm sitting here and I'm questioning if the UFC knew that this bastard was not clean and still went on with the pay-per-view anyway. I question if they didn't know. And you should too. You should sue. Anybody that bought UFC 214, you should sue the hell out of these bastards, man. You should sue them. It's the WC. I'm gone. Bye.